Good evening, YouTube. My name's Chad Finn, and this is LeagueWise, your home for daily fantasy League of Legends. In this video, we're going to talk about the DraftKings LPL slate for Monday morning, July 7th, that locks at 5 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. It is a two-game slate. I will take a look here at game one. I'll give you my pick, and then we will end the video with Finn's faves, my favorite play from each team into the slate. I'll also be giving you a bonus pick as well. If you want access to all my picks, you can get access to those daily through my Patreon page. The link is in the description below. So far this season, if you'll see over here over my shoulder and games picked, I'm 120-46. So I'm not doing too bad. Half the battle with League of Legends is picking the winning teams. While you're down there, if you don't mind, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. That helps out a ton. But let's jump into the slate. In our first slate, or the first game of the morning, I guess we could say, we will have Dominus Esports taking on Team We. It does feel like it's been a while when I wrote this up, and if you, just so you guys know, if you haven't watched a video before, this is a capsule that I use to break down while I'm breaking down each game. This is a tool that I use. This is a tool that you can gain access at through my Patreon page along with the picks, or this is how I actually make those picks. But if we take a look at Dominus Esports, they come in ranked 16th in the LPL with a series record of 1-7 with a game record of 4-14. Team We comes in ranked number 5, a series record of 5-3, 13-8 game record. If we go into a little bit more detail, look at GD15, which is gold differential at 15 minutes, which honestly tends to be more of a definitive stat in the LCS and LEC and leagues that play one-game series during the regular season. This number can be this is the average of all three. If you break down each game within that, it becomes more important on a per-game basis. I look more in depth into that as I'm making my picks, not so much here in putting the capsule together. I'm just trying to get a snapshot. But DMO has been awful in the early game. And honestly, Team We hasn't been as good as maybe I thought they might be with a 5-3 record at negative 313. Gold per minute, Team We has the advantage. Same thing in damage per minute. First tower percentage is at 52% versus 44% for DMO. And kills and deaths, which is how you get your KDA. Team We has a better KDA, averaging 13.7 kills per game to 12 deaths per game, compared to DMO sitting at 9.8 kills per game and a massive 16.8 deaths per game. The stat line kind of falls in line and makes sense with the odds makers, giving Team We an 86.06% chance of winning the series tonight. And they are projecting 16.5 kills per game. Myself personally, as we when I take a look and I look at breaking down these games, I look for advantages that teams have, and in this one, I mean, the early game is a clear advantage that We has. Because We hasn't been dominant themselves, it does leave an opportunity for DMO to maybe have some early game success. It's not out the question that even a bad team can have a good draft in the matchups, and they can be on. They can take advantage. I don't really see it happening from a lineup standpoint. I really don't see where Dominus Esports has an advantage. They're also subbing at support tonight. I really can't see any way that this goes any other way but Team We. I'm going to stick with the odds makers, giving Team We an 86.06% chance of winning in this one. I'm just going to agree. Team We in 2 games in this one. I think they'll take it 2-0, and you'll get access to the bonus, to the bonuses as well. Going into Finn's Faves, as soon as I figure out how to get rid of this page, here we go. Going into Finn's Faves, these are my 5 favorite picks. Or not my 5, there'll be 4 this time plus a bonus. That's where I'm coming with the 5. Will be my favorite picks for the for each team. I get these off of a tool that I call my carry rankings, where I rank each player from each team as to who's most likely to carry, assuming a win condition, assuming the team wins. So, for example, my first pick from Team DMO, if DMO is able to pull up the upset, it's going to be on the back of Zubin, their ADC. He is my first pick for Finn's Faves. Next, we have from Team Wii, Zhao Ming, ADC. Loken, ADC from JDG. He's one of the better ADCs, I think, in the LPL. Has the opportunity to put up big numbers every time he steps out of the rift, and it really looks as though JDG is coming into their own as well. If JDG doesn't win and EDG is able to pull up the upset, which is a possibility, if you want more details on that, you can sign up to my Patreon page. I have my full game capsule broken down on there, and I try to post game capsules for every DraftKings slate that I can get to. At very least, I always put my picks up, so you'll always have access to those. But if EDG is able to pull up the upset, it will be on the shoulders of Hope, their ADC. Not all of Finn's faves are always going to be ADCs. This is an ADC heavy slate. My ranking, my carry rankings, just so you know, are based on, like I said, the team winning their game, and I consider and take into effect matchups and a few other variables in determining who in what position is most likely to carry. And in carrying, that typically means putting up the most points in that game. I don't always do this, but tonight I decided to give a bonus Finn fave as well. Well, at least I thought I did. It's not on this graphic, but it is the top laner, Odie, from DMO. If DMO does happen to pull up the upset against Team Wii, you're definitely going to want to have Audi, I should say, AODI, I believe it's spelled. You're definitely going to want him in your lineups. So that's it. That's this episode of LeagueWise. Again, if you want all my picks and breakdowns, join me on Patreon through the link below. Thank you for watching. My name's Chad Finn, saying good luck, good night, stay safe, and as always, see you next time on the Rift.